What's going on? How's it going? Oh, what a long day. What a long day indeed. Okay. Um Sorry, let me just do a couple of things here. Uh Okay. So, I don't know who's here, but we're going to get started mainly because we have a lot of content to get through. And I'm going to need this. So, I'm gonna just play this, and actually I'll set the mood. So last night, the footage that we are reviewing. Oh, maybe I'll change the title. What did he name it? I think it was. I think he named it the Clown Town Showdown. I think that's what he called. Clown Town Showdown. Okay, so it's updated. So last night, instead of doing our regular Tuesday night locals, it was still Legacy. Still same tournament structure, just Hootie was feeling gracious, the Clown Prince himself, and felt like he was in a giving mood, and he kind of sweetened the pot. So we extended our regular tournament from. I don't know why it's showing a black screen. Fine. Whatever. That doesn't really matter. So yeah, he was feeling gracious. Is that the word? Generous. We'll go generous. He was really generous. He held he didn't really held. He hosted a tournament that he calls the Clown Town Showdown. And I think he wants this to be a recurring event, which is cool. So he did like a couple raffles and giveaways. He brought like Doritos, Mountain Dew, like small snacks, and you know, kind of made it like a party vibe. And it was really good. Got 17 people come out. I thought there would be a little bit more, but a couple of our regulars, it was their off week, so they ended up not coming out, which is not bad. We still got a good amount of people and pretty decent quality matches. So we have 8 matchups that we can go through. So yeah, we're gonna just we'll start with his announcement because it was pretty funny. It kind of sets the vibe. So we'll start with that. Let's move this over here. I don't know. I don't know if there's any language warning. Okay, we'll start it like this. So this is Hootie's opening announcement or opening words. Opening ceremony.
Have your attention, please.
This is his lawyer voice.
First annual Clown Town Showdown presented by the Clown Prince himself and Big Lawyer Money.
I don't know what he means by big lawyer money.
Tonight we will be playing 4 rounds of Legacy Swiss with a special prize for 4-0, a mystery prize if I do add. In between the rounds, we will be doing a raffle for a Unfinity Shockland, as well.
I should have focused it on his face. This is the first time I used my camera for something not card related. Man, the internal stabilization of this camera is pretty good because I feel like I was shaking like uncontrollably.
With that said, welcome to round 1. Your time starts now.
Oh, was it quiet? Oh, my bad. I don't know how loud it is because everything is really loud in my headset. All right. Well, that was his announcement. Kind of sets the mood. We'll start off with we'll start off with Hootie versus Fernando round one. I think that's pretty good. Yeah, he was wearing a green suit and everything. He looked more kind of like he was celebrating the luck of the Irish more than a clown prince, if I were to say so myself. Yeah. Oh, I should switch this up, shouldn't I? Oh, I think Hootie may have kicked the camera there. Okay, so we have Gorehound on one side. And then we have Clan Prince on the other side. Match score, obviously, 0-0. How's it going, Wilmer? How's your day? Oh! I should check. Okay, so turn one, Hootie plays Chalice on one. Sorry, give me a second to see if your thing has been delivered. It should have been delivered by now, right? The Shamrock Shake? What is the Shamrock Shake? Okay, so it still says it's out for delivery. Green milkshake from Mickey D's? So I don't know if this is actually gonna, like, update. Alright, so, wow, already on turn 3. Fernando cracking 2 fetches. So there's a Tropical Island, Savannah, and then he's searching for Basic Forest. I think actually propping up the phone actually made it a little worse. But it's okay. I think after the stream, I might do some rolls in Star Rail. But I'll probably do that off stream. So after stream. So down comes Teferi Time Raveler. So this is pretty convenient for Hootie. We can slam down a bunch of artifacts. He can easily kill this Teferi. Like, quite easily. Why are you sleeping? Oh, wait. That's not Resident Sleeper, right? I would do terribly in Brohan's Name That Meme segment on his game show. How's your day? What are you having for big dinner? I had a poutine for lunch, and it's pretty heavy. I haven't been hungry, but now I'm starting to get hungry. That's the wrong kind of sleep. What do you mean it's the wrong kind of sleep? Yeah, so the Teferi's gone. Hootie casts Thought Cast, draws 2 cards. Looks like one of them was Ancient Tomb, which he plays for turn. The other one looks like Thought Monitor. I'm not entirely sure if that was one of the cards that he drew or if he already had that in hand. Hootie cracking a Mishra's Bauble. Fernando reveals, or Gorehound, sorry. Gorehound reveals Ink Moth off the top. Draws Ink Moth Nexus. I know it's like super budget friendly and like smart to. Wow, is that a Chalice on 2? Damn. To meal prep and like have leftovers and like make a bunch of stuff and then prep for the rest of the week. But boy, do I despise eating leftovers. unless it's pizza. Actually, in wings, I kind of don't mind leftover wings as long as they haven't been tossed. Leftovers are sometimes better though. What about pasta? No, I yeah, I don't think there's. I don't think I prefer pasta like leftovers. Way too much fried chicken and kind of yeah, fried chicken. Like even if you have like an air fryer and you can like re-crisp it, I don't really like having leftover fried chicken either. Like leftover fried stuff is not. It's too much. It's too much oil. I think a lot of the oil, like once it like starts to like I don't know what the word is. Okay, so Hootie reveals a berserk off of the Urz's bauble. Windswept Teeth gets shown off the top of Gorehound's deck. Coagulate? Yeah. Once it starts to do that, I it's too much. How you been, Nick? It's been quite a bit. Alright, so it looks like uh Gorehound took game one. No, I think Hootie might have taken game one. Didn't look like Gorehound had much going on. So I'm gonna update the score with what I think it is. And if anyone's in the chat, you can correct me. Sorry. Yeah, that was a scoop. Yeah, they kind of propped up the phone. So it was better when it was lying flat, but it's kind of hard to see Gorehound's life. So Hootie tries to cast a chalice on one by cracking this pedal. Gorehound picks up the land, casting Daze, and then Hootie fights over it with a Forceful Will. So I think this is very relevant here, especially because we can see that Berserk peeking out of Gorehound's hand. Gorehound's hand? Gorehand's hand. Okay, so Gorehound attacking for one, gets in for one poison. Don't know what was off the top. Doesn't look like there's any mana sources from the prince's side. Uh, Chipping away at this 10 life Hootie has. There's a Dismember. There's a Daze. Hard cast Daze. Can't pay for it. Plays a Pedal. There's a Clown card for 0. Cast Thoughtcast. Draws 2. Wasn't able to see. One of them Seed of the Synod. Now he has 6 artifacts on board, right? Or 5 artifacts. Plays an Opal. And plays Thought Monitor as the last card in hand. Another Thoughtcast. I think that's an Urz's Bauble off the top. And there's another Mog's Opal. Shows Vines of Vastwood. Another 1-drop that gets countered by Chalice of the Void. So there's a lot of 1-drops in Gorehound's hand. I think they're all 1-drops, actually. I think it's a Berserk, Ponder, Vines, and then it's either a land or it might be a Spell Pierce. I think that's what it is. There's a Wooded Foothills in there. So I think it's, was it? Berserk, Ponder, Vines, Foothills? It's 4? That's 4 cards. It's a lot of uncastables. So I think this is where the Prince can just take over. Not a lot of action. Ooh, now you can get blockers for this Glistener Elf. And for the Inkmoth Nexus. Draw us another thought cast. And another thought cast. It's all ogre. It's ogre. Okay, so I think did Gorehound win game one? Because this looks ridiculous right now. Unless he top decks something for the chalice. Why isn't Opal countering Thoughtcast? What do you mean? That says 5 mana though. Oh, do you mean Chalice? Why isn't Chalice? He's paying. It's because he's a prince. He's being all prince-like. Wow, this is brave. So 1 block Inkmoth, 1 block Listener Elf. This seems very brave. Because one of them's gonna die, right? So none of the cards in his hand are castable. So he has to pick which one he wants to save. I'm not entirely sure what the size of Clown Car is. I think it's a 2/2. Clown Car. Nope, can't Google Clown Car. When Clown Car enters the battlefield, it is a 1/1. So he chooses to save the Inkmoth Nexus. It's probably the right choice. They're essentially the same creature, but one has evasion. But one you have to keep putting 1 mana into every time, so kind of a drawback, but not really a drawback if you're doing nothing with the mana. So now we basically got a blocker per turn with Emery and Sai here. Gorehound draws return, so Force of Will. Not looking too good. However, Hootie still needs to find a way to beat him down. Alright, so he's going to draw more cards off the Thought Monitor. You have more than enough affinity. I think almost within the mana sources alone. Is he gonna hard cast Force of Will? Well, we saw the double Besagus there. I can take care of the Chalice. I mean, even if we could get rid of the Chalice, is it enough? He has to pay 2 to use Besaju. Then he has to activate Inkmoth. So that leaves him with 1 mana floating. So it's not enough to kill in 1 turn. I think he drew another Berserk. Okay. So nothing's changed, but Hootie's slowly chipping down. Not sure exactly what the life total for Gorehound is. I think it's either 11 or 14, which is a big difference. But Moody's top taking another thought monitor. I think that's another opal, or might be a Mishra's bauble. Swinging for 4. So he was at 14, so now he's at 10. A little easier to see. There's a windswept teeth off the top. Still drawing nothing. So I think that's in Vines of Vastwood, Invigorate, Berserk, Ponder. I think this is just slipped too far out of reach. Um, there's a lot of like dead draws happening. And now, like with Sai and Emery and the ability to just constantly like make a dude and just have so much card advantage to have an answer for everything, um, you would need to besage you and kill in one turn. Otherwise, he can just recast the Chalice. So he's attacking with the team. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So it looks like not attacking. Okay, so attack for with everything except for Emery, so it should still be 10. Because I'm pretty sure Sai's a 1-4. I don't think he's a 2-4. Nope, so Fernando goes down to 2. Who are you going to recast Thought Monitor to just draw more cards? Gets another Thopter. And that's a Chalice on the Void on top. Play an Ancient Tomb. Wow, that is a lot of lands, like, off the top. So not exactly sure what they're talking about. You see the crazy one of Mavinda in the main board. Okay, so I think that was Houdini too. Okay. So that was a pretty quick round one. We'll go over to our round one, which is myself versus Dave. Wave boy. Hey, what's the? I wonder if Dave's here. I want to know what the origin of Wave Boy is. Oh, I'm so tired. How's your day, Nick? Do you work 5 days a week? Yup, we rolled Snake Eyes. Typical. So typical. Yeah, so unfortunately, I think in this area right here, it is all glare. Which is unfortunate. So I decided to play Steel Stompy today. So no big surprise. Uh and Wave Boy on the other hand is playing a spicy deck. It's a spicy meatball. So I kind of pulled some insider knowledge, and he's using his Black Saga Storm sleeves. So I thought he was playing Black Saga Storm, but then he opens with Land Grant. So this card says, if you control no lands, you may cast it without paying its mana cost, or not if you don't control any lands. Right? Maybe it is. Hold on, let me pull up the order of this. Land Grant. So this card says, if you have no land cards in hand, you can reveal your hand instead of paying its mana cost, and then you get to search your library for a forest. So this deck is called Charbelcher. This deck is a classic turn 0 deck. So, Dave casting Rite of Flame, Storm count 3, cast a second Rite of Flame, giving him 3 mana, and then this Rite of Flame gives him 4 mana, which brings him to 6 or 7. Maybe I miscount. I don't know how much this is. So I should bring him to 9. And then this is a gamble. So for 1 red mana, you can search his library for any card, put it into his hand, and then he has to discard a card. So I was like, man, what's he get? And then he gets Echo. I did not see this coming. So he gets to draw a fresh 7. Man, I can't believe this was like our first game of the night. So my hand was like really good against the Black Saga Storm. Had Phyrexian Revoker to name like Lion's Eye Diamond. It had Thorn of Amethyst to just slow down the storm count. And it had like pretty relevant beaters in it as well. But this hand, oi 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 oi. Yes, I cannot mulligan this hand. So I went 14 cards deep, and so did Dave. He gets to draw his 7. He's at Storm Count 8 with 6 mana left over. 6 red mana still. And he drew the Charbelcher. So just for content's sake, I'm making him play it through. So he casts Lotus Petal, plays another Rite of Flame, so it gets 2 mana. Or so just 1 mana, I think. Then he exiles Simian Spirit Guide, exiles Elvish Spirit Guide to get 2 more mana. Plays Jessica's Will, a commander card, to give him 7 mana, which allows him to play Belcher and then activate Belcher. So what Goblin Charbelcher says is you can pay 4 mana, or is it 3 mana? I think it's 3 mana to tap and then activate it. You reveal cards off the top of your library until you reveal a land card, and then you deal that much damage to, like, I think it's any target now. I think it's a Radad. Yeah, it's such a sick combo, but it's like all in. If you can't like pop off, it's kind of fragile. Kind of sit there and don't do much. But Dave went easy on me, and you'll see. It's been a while since I've used I've played Modern. So I think I'm just bringing in like Pithing Needle style effects. So I think I'm bringing in another Revoker and a Sorcerer's Spyglass to stop like. Actually, can Sorcerer's Spyglass stop mana abilities? Sorceress. So it doesn't stop mana abilities. So Phyrexian Revoker is the only thing that can stop mana abilities. So we go Spyglass and Pithing Needle and name the Goblin Charbelcher to stop him from, you know, killing me. He didn't disagree with me to stop counting storms, so I saw the Empty of the Warrens also. That's like a problematic strategy. If he switches into the storm strategy and not the Charbelcher strategy, then the matchup becomes extremely difficult. Because now that I'm thinking about it, and now that we're reviewing the footage, boarding out the walking ballistas was a big mistake. Because if he does go the Empty the Warrens route, I need a way to get rid of his attackers. So I probably should have cut like something else. Um, Probably like the Steel Overseers. At least with because it's really slow. At least with Arcbound Ravager, if I have like other artifacts that I can sacrifice, I can still pump the Walking Ballista and add instant speed too. So let's see what we're doing. So my hand is double Urza Saga, Lotus Petal, Nettle Cyst, Vault Scourge, Wasteland. So my thinking here. Oh, I'm mulliganing. Yeah, so the thinking there was if I kept that hand, it's quite slow because I'm depending on the Urza Sagas. Like I could go Vault Scourge and Nettlecyst and try to disrupt. But the Wasteland really doesn't do anything. It's just a mana source because he plays one land and it's Stomping Grounds. And like the turn he gets it is the turn that he's gonna pop off. So this hand was looking so good, but there's no mana. Unfortunately, there's no way for me to keep a no lander, and Mox Opal can't carry me that far. So yeah, there's so much disruption and so much like interaction. I really wanted to keep this hand, but being on the play, I can't sit there and do nothing in case I die. And you can see Dave has the ley line of anticipation anyway, so he has the ability to kill me on turn 0. But from his hand, which is Lion's Eye Diamond, Chrome Mox, Simian Spirit Guide, Rite of Flame, it doesn't look like it can. So this hand, pretty good because of the Patrick Automaton and double Mox Opal. It lets me build like a pretty strong threat very early. It also I have the Phyrexian Revoker for like mana denial. So we can also pitch the Wasteland because we have the Ancient Tomb, and we can rely on the Ancient Tomb to just cast all of our spells, right? So Phyrexian Revoker, Patchwork Automaton, and Arcbound Ravager, they're all 2 mana, so I can rely on this one land, just cast 1 spell per turn. Not to mention we do have the double opal, so that's also not terrible. So yeah, I'm pretty sure I pitched the Arcbound Ravager and the Wasteland. The Arcbound Ravager isn't really where I want to be. Actually, no. If I keep the Arcbound Ravager, wait, do I not keep an opal? Do I pitch the second opal? This is very interesting. I think if I wanted to keep the Arcbound Ravager, I would really want to keep the second opal, but I don't know what I would get rid of instead. So here I'm thinking like I'm dead. Like he has it. And I'm on a Malta 5. But, you know, let's go. Ancient Tomb, cast. Wait, what am I doing? Oh, okay, so I play Revoker because I think I'm gonna die. What do we name? Lion's Eye Diamond? No, I named Belcher. I have to name Belcher because it's the only way he can turn 0 me. But he can't turn 0 me because he has a land in the deck. Is Land Grant an instant? I think it might be. Oh no, it's a sorcery. No, but you can cast it at instant speed with the ley line. Yeah, so I have to name Belcher. There's no way for him to, like, because he's letting it resolve, he can't kill me now. Because I can just name Belcher. So now he has to go into the Storm Plan unless he has an answer for this Revoker. His hand is strong. He could have gambled it, right? So if he goes Chrome Mox, Exile. Oh, he doesn't have enough mana. And he would also have to discard whatever else is in his hand to crack the LED. Yeah, that's not a turn 0 hand. But this Burning Wish though, does that change anything? I think if you go Chrome Mox, exile the Rite of Flame. So we top deck Mystic Forge. Not helpful here. I think we now play Patchwork, right? Play Patchwork. I guess attack. It doesn't matter. Play the Patchwork. Yes. Yes. And then we play Opal. Trigger the Patchwork. Get a counter. Man, it's like I'm playing the deck all over again. But now our hand is kind of like anemic. Wow, top decks an Echo of Eons. With the Lion's Eye Diamond in hand, too. Wow. And he could do it at instant speed. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember this game. Clearly, as I try to recall my plays and I'm getting them wrong. I wonder what he's thinking about. Is he passing? Huh. I wonder why he doesn't Lion's Eye Echo. I guess because I have a pretty decent board and he doesn't want to give me 7 cards, especially now with this like Patchwork. Not because of double Patchwork. They become very large very quickly. So one Patchwork is a 3/3, and then the Revoker is a 2/1. So we get him for 5. There's another ley line. So it brings the Chrome Mox up. So cast Chrome Mox, Storm count 1. You already have a ley line, so you don't need another one. I wonder if there's any reason to just try and pop off here, right? There's the LED. So he's trying to Burning Wish, I think. I wonder. I'm curious to know what his out might have been. I guess we get to see, right? It looks like he's going to cast the Burning Wish. Oh, no. Oh, yes? Yes. Alright, cast Burning Wish. Curiouser and curiouser. So if he storm counts. But this is odd. Should he not be cracking the LED now? Because whatever he searches for, he's gonna have to discard. Yeah, he's fully resolving it. So he's like. So he gets another echo? So it's 2 echoes? So casting echoes now. I guess it's to build up storm. That could be a very relevant thing too. Yeah, building up your storm count to kind of do that in a roundabout way. Guess it's not that bad. I don't remember him casting this in this game. I don't remember this game at all. Oh my god. Actually, I don't remember any of my games. It's kind of a blur. Who did I play against in the second round? Oh, I remember. I played against Pavel and his Cloud Post. Man, that one took it out of me. That was a really hard match. Patchwork Automaton and Mystic Forge do a lot of work, though. I'm really excited about our metagame now. We have such a diverse set of decks. So we reset the storm counter. I just drew like a ton of gas. Like now my patchwork automatons can pop off. So if he, I think he needed to kill me with like some sort of storm, or at least have like some sort of blocker, because like none of my creatures have way to force. I have no way of forcing damage through without Shadow Spear. He could just make a bunch of like tokens from Empty the Warrens and block. So I cast Thorn of the Amethyst. Thorn of Amethyst. Flashes in Chrome Mox. So he's doing this in response to the triggers. Puts Land Grant under. Casts another one. So that's Storm Count 4. Because of my Lotus Petal and my Thorn. Yeah, he doesn't have much. How much power do I have on board? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if I play. So he casts Belcher. So you just need to cast 2 more spells to get big enough. So I know I have we have the Vault Scourges in hand, like two Vault Scourges. So it's easy enough. So it's 6 plus 10, or 6 plus 4 is 10. And there we go. That's all she wrote, folks. That's all she wrote. Oh boy. I really need to clean these playmat, or this playmat. I use it to wipe off the whiteboard markers, the dry erase markers. I don't know if I should be doing that. I think it might be getting my sleeves dirty too. I don't really like play on that side of the playmat though. But who knows? Who knows? So Dave needs to have like a very quick start here. Um, if I get any chance of like just slamming down any sort of disruption, he kind of like it greatly like I think he gets way more impacted in this deck than he does in. Actually, I don't think that's entirely true because he has the Elvish Spirit Guide and the Spirit like Summoning Spirit Guide. He can activate those abilities for free to get like fast mana without needing to cast anything. So my Throne of Amethyst isn't as effective. Dave decides to take the mulligan. We'll update the match score. 1-1. 1-1. Yeah, so my hand is pretty crazy. We're on the Nettle Cyst plan here. So we have 3 0-drop artifacts, a Vault Scourge, Phyrexian Revoker, and what was the last card? I think it might have been. I don't remember actually. Kind of went through that really quickly. But yeah. Basically the goal is to I think it was like the goal is to like play as many artifacts as I can and then Nettle Cyst and just have like a huge beater. Oh, I guess it was just the land, the Ancient Tomb. So Dave on a mulligan to 6. So he's doing math. What is the card that he's trying to decide on putting back? He could definitely Chrome Box and tuck the ley line, right? Because he's on the play. So if he goes Chrome Box, Lotus Petal, use both mana, cast Desperate Ritual, goes down, plays Desperate Ritual, so empty the Warrens. Yeah, so he's going all in on the empty of the Warrens. That goes up to 4 mana. And then there's 10 1/1 goblins turn 1. Pretty much a Epic Storm hand, right? So this is gonna get rough. Luckily, I have a life linker. So I'm gonna Ancient Tomb. It's also pretty rough because this Ancient Tomb is gonna deal quite a bit of damage. Being the only land in my hand. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful! So many artifacts on the game board. I love it. Play the Nettle Cyst. Okay. So it's a 4/4. So I crack the Petal to play the Vault Scourge. I think my thinking is because like if I block, I can equip the Vault Scourge with the Nettle Cyst to gain back some life. But I'm just getting like so chunked here. There's another Arcbound Ravager. This is where it gets tough. This is where Arcbound Ravager math comes in, but because of the Nettle Cyst, it kind of becomes uneven. Or not even, it kind of equals out, right? Another issue is that I have a Lotus Petal here, and I don't want to crack it because it makes Nettlecyst weaker. So the Vault Scourge is currently a 5/5. So I go to 1. So now I cannot use this Ancient Tomb. But I top deck a City of Traders, which is perfect. So good. Now we get to play the Arcbound Ravager, and we get a blocker. And then, so how big is the Vault Scourge now? 2, 4, 6. So it's a 6/6 with lifelink. So we can block the Goblin with Arcbound and Vault Scourge. So if I play one of the other two creatures, the it won't change because the Lotus gets replaced by the creature. I was just trying to figure out if it was worth playing the second creature, and it is because I take 1 less point of damage. So if he swings with all of his goblins, I can block 3. I'll take 6 no matter what. But I have 2, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have yes, because of the Vault Scourge's 1 point of power. So I take 6, but I gain 6, and then I block 3. So I think this is where it gets hard because I'm debating on whether or not I want to save one of my Arcbound Ravagers. But if I save the Arcbound Ravager, the Vault Scourge grows weaker and I actually die. And the only way to not die is if I sack the Ravager and pump the Vault Scourge. But then it leaves a token unblocked. Or not unblocked, but it leaves 1 token alive for the next turn. Yeah, so while I'm thinking this through, Dave graciously lets me take it back. I did my math wrong. So we do have... Oh, I do decide to do it. No, there's no way. Imagine if Dave read Grape Shot. He's not he used to play the Epic Storm, but he's been swapping through a bunch of different decks. He would have given me like severe PTSD. So there's another Opal. Badly timed because I wish I could have just eaten it with Ravager. We put another blocker out. Go down to... So we're at 1 again. Which is unfortunate. Now the Vault Scourge is 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's a 6/6 on its own. So now we're kind of stable. We've stabilized, I think. So the Phyrexian Revoker just names the Chrome Mox the only thing that he has on the board. So now he has no sources of mana. Um. So yeah, I think I can just start swinging. Or am I playing safe? Looks like I'm playing safe. Because if he doesn't attack, if he doesn't attack, what else is he doing? I think he does end up just attacking. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't swing. Yeah, because it could have been at 1. I could have gone down to 1. So that's a Chalice. So we just play Chalice just to grow the Vault Scourge and get it bigger from the Nettlesis. And now we start attacking. Because now my Vault Scourge is bigger than the amount of goblins that he has. Yep. So now we've taken over the game. We thinks. There's a Thorn. Play the Thorn. Man, this area right here is like unfortunate. Look at all this glare. Oh, ay ay ay. I wish I could have just used the spot that we usually do, but it wasn't in the cards. Not this week. Thanks, Dave. He's a gracious opponent. I keep saying gracious. Is that weird? Generous? He's generous. Yeah. So that was round 1. Uh, Hootie takes it over Fernando, and I take it over Dave. But yeah. So that was round 1 of the Clown Town Showdown. I'm surprised that these. Oh, sorry, Wave Boy. All right, we're gonna do a 5-minute break, and then we'll be back with round 2. Well, okay, we'll analyze and we'll see because we have 4 rounds to choose from. So we'll see if there what the most like interesting matches are, and if there's any like decks we don't regularly see, because there were a few guys that don't come out and we don't get to see them a lot. So we'll probably go with those ones over like going in order. What's up, Wumber? Yes, yes, you saw that right. I was rubbing the dry erase onto my mat. Yes, yes, I was. All right. We're going on a break. Break, break, break.
feather when I'm floating through, reading through the daily news, measuring the hurt within the golden rule. Centimeters of ether, I'm heating the speaker. Motivational teacher with words that burn people. Singing the headlines, line with discord. It's either genocide or the planet in uproar. Never good. The rules in paradise are never nice. The best laid plans of mice and men are never right. I'm just a vagabond with flowers for Algernon, an average Joe who knows what the fuck is going on. It's the hope of my thoughts that I travel upon. Fly like an arrow of God until I'm gone. So drifting away like a feather in air, letting my words take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. So I'm drifting away like a feather in air, letting my soul take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater.
Taking chances, word tap dancing with wolves in an ice arena out there deep in the woods of Arizona. The sun be out, life's ironic, ain't it? Trying to be Dali when I write surreal life, I painted vivid. Habitat crazy, insane. Watching propaganda, 6 o'clock news and insane. Cultures clash, all black folk and white trash. They rebel in the cyberspace that might crash. Dash to millennium, a million miles are running. At the speed of now, bound no return gunning. Rambo, now gun, old child gunning. Ambo, plow, 2 times loud, stunning. Stunning. When it hits ya, lift you off the earth like, hey yo, take you right back to earth. And niggas wonder why. They might wonder why this shit might happen, but it does. It go.
Drifting away like a feather in air, letting my words take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. So I'm drifting away like a feather in air, letting my soul take me away from the hurt and despair. So I'm keeping it vertical, forever elevator, riding the escalator to the something that is greater. Treat you better than me, cause that's the heavenly key to unlock the inner strength, what my essence will be. It's the knowledge of self, understanding of the things around me that becomes the wisdom that I need. Living this life to the best of my ability, channeling energy to my thoughts, attain symmetry. Remember me? Because my prose remain gold. I got the gift of gab like them pimps and cane goals. It never ends. I keep it rolling like a cipher. The first caveman bringing fire, innovating it higher to plasma states. I raise the stakes. It's double or nothing in this vacuum space. I will survive divine to time to cry. Fuck a hold to hide. I'm alive with pride. And I drove the Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. Singing this will be the day that I die.
Ooh, sorry for the extra long break. Just needed an extra couple minutes. Okay. So we have. I'm not exactly sure what deck one of these guys is playing. Let's check other footage. Okay, we'll go with this one. So switch it up. So Elliot is not a regular at our store, so I'm just gonna use his real name. I don't know if he goes like if he has an online moniker. So we're gonna go with Elliot, and it's our boy, Satellite Heated Toast. Oh, what a long name. So yeah, I don't know what deck Toast is on. What is this a revealed card? That's a lot of glare. But anyway, I think it might be Yorion. I know Elliot is playing D&T, so it is Yorion. I just don't know if that is the actual Yorion. That's a cool dice pouch. That was kind of sick. It was super nice, high quality. So Elliot rolls a 7. Toast rolls 7 as well. Toast rolls 7 again. Ooh, Elliot with a 6. Oh, I think I remember what Toast is on now. So Elliot on 80 card Yori on D&T, and Toast is on I think his version of Mono Black Helm. Yeah, well, okay, it's because it was leftover from lunch, and the food truck guy, he only had like 1 liter. Like the only diet that he had was like 1 liter Diet Cokes. I think it's because I go there so often. I always ask for Diet Cokes or something diet like 0 sugar. But yeah, I couldn't like. Surprisingly, I couldn't finish it. But I was just doing random stuff. So Jeffrey opens with pre-game Leyline of the Void, goes into Urborg into Thoughtseize. Elliot reveals 2 Thalia, Guardian of Thraben, Mother of Runes, Stoneforge Mystic, Caracas Plains, and Spirit of the Labyrinth. So I think he wants to get. I don't think he cares much about any of these. Depending on how fast Jeffrey's deck is, or sorry, Toast deck is. Yeah. Are you just playing TFT, Wilmer? I assume that you're playing like TFT or like doing like dailies or something. Wow, he takes a Thalia. It's interesting. It's raining. At least you're not affected by wildfire smoke. The noise. Whoa! So he hits the Labyrinth and the Mystic. It's really good. So Elliot top decks Aether Vial. Assume it's going to be Caracas into Thalia. I think that would be probably be like the best play because Jeffrey opted to play Urborg into Urborg. Is it a vial right on time? I don't even think he wants the vial, right? Yeah, I think you want to tax Jeffrey before he can cast anything else. Couldn't see the chop deck off for. Oh. I mean, Toast is the sarcasm monster. I keep saying Jeffrey, don't I? Down comes Stoneforge Mystic. Probably looking for a Cauldron Complete here. You see Skyclave Apparitions, Solitude, Recruiters. Just typical D&T stuff. Removal on creatures. Ways to kill people. Ways to blow things up. Wide variety of utility. Yes, so Stoneforge Mystic finds the Cauldron Complete. So if Toast doesn't start doing something, he's dead very quickly. So Toast down to 16. It looks like. Whoa, Swamp? Into another Hymn. Let's hope that he does not hit that vial. He doesn't really care about it. So 1. 1. What's going on? Oh! He dodges the vial! Holy! Oh, he can't. He can't because of the Thalia! Oh! Oh! I didn't even catch that. To be honest, I didn't notice that the Thalia was there. I think it's the artwork clashing with the Crucible of Worlds. But down comes a Cauldra. Giant Jab. So he attacks for 7. Taking Toast down to 9. Whoa, was that a Maryland? Was that a Maryland? Is it Maryland Morning Song? That's the name, right? Was that? If it is, ooh, I like this. How do you spell it? Oh, there's no Y. Maryland. Elliot. Maryland of the Morn Song. This card's cool. Really like it. Where's OBS? There it is. Yu-Gi-Oh card? Nah! Like, if they're used for tokens, they're fine. Like, who is it that used Test Apes? I think it's Justin. Justin uses Test Apes for, 2/2 zombies. I mean, you gotta use Yu-Gi-Oh cards, you know. What else are you gonna do with them? Play the game? Trash. Yeah, get wrecked! This is my villain arc. I would like to partake in some villainry. You know, Nick, I thought you were a Reanimator player, not a Dredge player. I've always wondered, what the hell is Crucible of Worlds art? Like, what is going on? Is this metal one? Is this world getting shot through, and then this world is also getting shot? Or is this back world shooting this beam? No, there's no way, because this wound shows that the entry is from this side. This is an entry wound. It's not an exit wound. What do you mean Archon mode activated? I'm just... You see how I carefully navigated around that question? This is segue mode. Don't you love segues? I'm the segue seagull. You know, once I I've actually like started to consider just using my U of T like privileges to subscribe to the Adobe suite. Didn't you hear though? If I can't get sponsored if I'm on Twitch. Twitch won't allow it. Twitch won't allow any sponsors that take up 3% or more of the screen. I was actually considering like just giving up on Twitch and just streaming straight to YouTube. But then I was like, realistically, am I ever gonna get sponsors? Like, it was never my intention to ever like get sponsors. I think I talked about this. I don't think it was last stream, but it might have been the stream before, where like my intentions lie in terms of monetizing this channel. It would make a lot more sense actually. Yeah, I have denied. I've denied a bunch of like Streamlabs sponsors, and I've denied an actual sponsor. So there's a Thoughtseize. Believe it took out the Skyclave apparition. I think the Spirit of Labyrinth is in the hand still. That's a lot of lands from Elliot's side. Down comes an Urborg from Toast. That is a Karn, the Great Creator. Down comes his favorite card. Oh! The him to Torok. Yeah, we'll see. If I didn't want to commit to like subscribing to the Adobe suite if my contract doesn't get like renewed, or if I don't get full-time employment from U of T. Because I don't want to get used to using their software and then having it ripped away from me. Although I do have like a university email, and it doesn't get shut down after I lose employment, and I don't think I lose access either. What just happened? Oh, that's a Marsh Flats. Oh, I thought that was the black red, like, or no, not black red. The white red Horizon Canopy land. Down comes Spirit of the Labyrinth. It's a 3/1 where you can't. No player can draw more than one card per turn. Jeffrey immediately sudden edicts it. Toast, sorry. This is gonna be a card. Toast down to 14. You regret? Regret what? Using the edict? What's I wonder? I don't know what that card is in Elliot's hand. Down comes Liquid Metal Coating. Or, sorry, retrieved. Coating retrieved. You regret your one-lander? That was last game, right? Ooh, Skyclave takes out Karn. Yep. We saw they top decked it. There's a ritual. Is that a Voidwalker in hand? Down comes Swamp. And a pass. There's the real mom. Tapping 3. What is this? What card is that? Human Rogue? It's a standard card? It's from Streets of New Capenna. I can tell that from the mana symbol. Did he just swap an apparition for 3/2 lifelinker? Revived a 2 card. Revive a 2-drop for. Oh. I see. Like it can't attack or block ever? Elliot top decks Caracas. So this is pretty good. He gets the Swords to Plowshare the token away. Until the 3/2 dies. Interesting. So now we can attack for 3. Yorion Flicker freeze a creature? Yeah, it should. Man, that card's kind of cool. Every time I see someone play D&T, I really want to play it. Down comes Voidwalker. Gonna pass the turn. Cast Stoneforge Mystic. Most likely gonna go for Cauldron Complete. I don't think there's any reason to not go for Cauldron Complete, right? Lion Sash? Oh, I see. Interesting. I guess that does make sense. I mean, in that case, probably would have gone for a Jitte. Because Jitte will kill faster. Only coming in for 3. Interesting. Yeah, Wave Boy, we reviewed it before the break. I'm not gonna lie. If you want to watch the VOD, I don't remember playing our match. You can see, like, I'm like reviewing it. I'm like, okay, I probably do this. I do something completely different. I was like, huh? I don't remember doing that. Man, I was like so out of it yesterday. I think that's why the results happened as it did. It wasn't me playing; it was the demons. It was the voices. All right, down comes Marilyn the Morn Song. It's a 3-drop 2/3 where neither player can draw any cards. Yeah, F you, Spirit of the Labyrinth. And then instead of that, at the beginning of each player's draw step, the player loses 3 life and they can tutor for any card. The biggest downside to this card is your opponent gets to do it first. Which is rough here because Ellie can just get a removal spell. Yeah, you only play it if you can prevent them from tutoring. I mean, playing it as like just a blocker is like fine, but he's most likely going to get a removal spell. What was the misplay? The problem is like if he gets a removal spell, it's so much like it's kind of like a waste. It can't be Solitude because he can't cast it. Like not only does he not have any cards in hand, he doesn't have 5 mana. It could be. Oh, it could be Cauldron Complete. If he tutors for Cauldron Complete, he can Stoneforge it in. That kills pretty quickly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. That was ooh. Yeah, he has no cards in hand. He went for Cauldron Complete. Unless it's the only one over your skin. That was the one card you didn't. If that was the one card you didn't want him to get, don't give him a tutor. Oh, and he can give it protection from black. Damn. There's like 80 cards. Maybe one of the 60 cards will entice you. Alright, so it looks like Toast goes down to 4. I think it's 4. So he's gonna shut down a swamp. What's the chances? 100%. He's tutoring. Please tell me you get Ensnaring Bridge. Wow, spoilers! You also die if you tap both Ancient Tombs. Oh my god, you got a 1? Oh, so you're at 5? Oh no, because you lose life for the Maryland. Oh, that's true. Tutor for Flickerless. Yeah, this card's bad without Opposition Agent. This card is not great. Although, I do like it. Very spicy. You get my stamp of approval. Very much like this card. Oh my god, dude. Okay, so there's technically no time where you could flash this in to stop them from drawing a card and to stop them from tutoring, right? Actually, no. So at the beginning of each player's draw step. So if you flash it in during their upkeep, they'll still get to tutor. But you can't do it because the very first thing that happens in the draw step is to draw a card. So if you go into the draw step and then try to flash in Maryland, they've already drawn the card for turn. Okay. So that you can't do that. Still a powerful ability. Super, super good. Is there anything else that says you can't search libraries other than like Shadow of a Doubt? Yeah, but you don't play Stranglehold in Legacy. There's a game where he played Show and Tell and then you played Maryland. What does that do? Oh, even Mind Sensor! Yeah! But that can still give him a lot of choices. But what are the chances in an 80 card deck? The red thing? What? Yeah, but like, we don't want to play Stranglehold. Is there nothing else in black that stops them from tutoring? Yeah, Nick, I said anything other than Shadow, I doubt. Because I kind of wanted to be permanent, like a permanent, and not a one-time thing. That's it! Ashiok! Oh, if you play Ashiok and, what's it called? And Opposition Agent? Woo! That sounds like, that sounds fun. Hot. Hot baby. That is a combo. Alright, what's this? That was round 2. Who's round 2 for Days footage? It is Steven and Hootie. This could be an interesting matchup. We could try it. So this one is Pakari and the Prince. Oh, I didn't even enter them. I always forget to do the match score. Damn. So Glenn Showenfeld. He didn't drop a creature? So what did he drop? He had to have dropped like a sneak attack, right? And you dropped a Maryland. He passed turn. You tutored opposition agent. That's my boy. Go get him, champ. Holy. Do you think Hoodie's suit would have been too gaudy if his buttons were gold? Oh man, if he was wearing like an orange vest. You should just dressed up as like the Joker. Yeah, Riddler vibes. If he had instead of gold buttons, he'd purple. If he had purple buttons, he could have totally pulled it off. All right. So Pakari is cascading on turn 1, it looks like. He's just gonna put some horses onto the battlefield. Just a couple of horned horses. Oh, there's a Force of Will. That doesn't exist in Modern. Ha! Get wrecked! Right? What are rhinos? They're like hippos, right? Do you know what a negative unicorn is? Damn. Oh, damn, I tried so hard to not smile. Do you know what a nugget is? I don't know if I can say that. Oh. Apparently it's a bicorn. What is a bicorn? Bicorn and checheveche. Is that how you pronounce it? It's very Jewish. It's either checheveche or shishvash. Shishavash? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. With what spells? How does Cascade with Force of Will work? So the way Cascade is mechanically is you cast the card, and Cascade is a triggered ability of the card. So you cast the card, and then Cascade will trigger and go on the stack. And then so you resolve the Cascade trigger first. And then so Cascade will go, you'll find your card. So we'll use Violent Outburst as the card that he used as an example. So Violent Outburst will still be on the stack. And then whatever cards you cascade into will then be cast on top of it. So you Force of Will the card that you cascade into, because the card that has Cascade, so the Violent Outburst, it doesn't really do anything. Like, that effect is +1/+0 until the end of turn for your creatures. So yeah, that's how it works. So if you cascade into the rhinos, you Force of Will whatever the card is cascaded into, but you do get the effect of the original the card that has Cascade on it. You can stifle this ability. If he casts Violent Outburst and Cascade triggers, before you resolve Cascade, you can stifle the Cascade trigger. So to answer your question, yes. Horses have huge hippo tusks. And the female versions have horns. And they come out of eggs. Thanks, Mod, for covering the question. Woman was gonna play Legacy, but then he ditched us. Wow, that's a Minskin Boo. There's a Minskin Boo in this deck. That makes a lot of sense. It is red-green. Wow, this is gonna be tough because I think the Kappa Cannoneer is stronger than a hamster. Oh yeah, sure. This is modern. This is Affinity versus Crashing Footfalls. What do they call it? Cascade Crash. Ooh! He has the Force of Will. Not looking good. Not looking good. So the Chalice is on 0, which is fantastic. What the fuck did you say? Huh? Huh? What'd you say, Nick? What did you say to me? Huh? Tell me. Tell me. What'd you say, huh? Oops. What'd you say? Say it again. We're gonna. How dare he? The insolence. Where is it? Where is it? Oh no. No, it's so far down now. No, he's right. No. Oh god. It's not even worth it to show. I had to click more decks. Gosh darn it. But damn, Indomitable Creativity is a top deck? Can't believe it. I remember when Johan and I were memeing. We built the deck. What is going on? I hate Clown Car. Why are you bullying me? What a... Hey! Esper Control is dead too! That's a big Kappa Cannoneer. Swing for 8 unblockable? Alright, so... Before turn ends, Pakari tries to Brazen Borrower the Chalice? Right? Is that what happened here? Hold on, I need to go back. So the attacks... So Brazen Borrower at the end of the turn, targeting the Chalice. It looks like he's activating Psy. Yeah, okay, so it doesn't resolve. That's why it goes to the graveyard. But the Chalice is gone now, and he still gets his horses. His horse elementals. Draws an ape for the turn. Man, they should just rename this to, like, Free Cast Zoo. Cascade Zoo. I love watching flamingos fly. There's an Urza Saga for Hootie. Chalice on 0 again. And nothing to stop the Kappa Cannoneer from attacking with unblockable. Feels bad when you -3 cards for Rhinos, and then it's wrecked. Yeah, I think that's why it's not like a tier, like a strong tier 2 deck in Legacy, because there's a lot of answers that are commonly played in Legacy in main boards than there are in Modern. I think in Modern, you can, like, you have to sideboard for it, whereas there's a lot of incidental hate in Legacy in main boards. It is technically like a powerful thing, right? Like, nowhere near as comparable to like a turn 1 show and tell, but in terms of power, it's up there, right? You don't get the card advantage, so you miss out on card advantage and utility, but you do get your like this, like a similar or comparable amount of damage. You get 8 damage. They also made this card fair, right? I think if a creature comes off of Cascade, it gains haste, but because these are coming off of the, I don't even know what it's called, Crashing Rhinos. They don't have haste. Sorry, my brain just stopped working for a second. Crashing Footfalls. Is that the name of the card? I thought that was the name of the deck. Oh! So mean! Oh, there's a Force of Will. Ooh, Force of Negation. Okay. Okay. Not bad. Get to exile it too, so Emery can't bring it back. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright. So we play turn 1 Sai. Not too strong in the face of 2/4/4 Tramplers. Going all in. So he blocks the Shardless Agent, which is, you know, not bad. Urza Saga for the Prince. Mishra's Bauble. Catapopter from Sai's triggered ability. So there's no favorable blocks here. Crack the Bauble. So he's trying to draw into an answer. Is that a Soul Guide Lantern? Oh, there's a Chalice for 0. If he had a Chalice for 0, I don't think I would have cracked the Mishra's Bauble, because he can use the power. Well, you have a lot of power on board already. Like, your construct's gonna be a 4/4. But with the Bauble, it would have been a 5/5, so like there's just no way that Picari would be attacking. So he takes 6 here. Seat of the Synod. Such speed, such haste. I told you, yeah, man. It's a lot of speed. Horses are fast. That's why it's called horsepower, man. Chalice on 0 seems like a mistake. Uh, in this position, it could be like we don't know the full contents of the prince's hand. Yeah, and at this point, Pakari doesn't need to cast another one. He might also just try, like, he's trying to put enough power onto the board to block. Ooh, there's another force of negation. That's rough. Like if it was a Chalice with 0, he was afraid of. Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird choice. So Sai's gonna die finally. Yeah, like I don't know if they were mistakes, but I definitely would have played it differently. Like I definitely wouldn't have cracked the bauble. Like if he had the like a chalice in hand already, like what I'm just like curious what he would like what he was trying to dig for. So this spellbomb gets like handedly takes care of the rhino. So that's not terrible. Although he is dead on board to Shardless Agent. So he does need to figure something out. And he can't use the Ancient Tomb anymore. So it looks like he has one floating mana. But like if you're like that's so slow though. That's the problem. Like you're digging one card deeper and you need to find an extremely impactful card. Like I guess if he's drawing like thought monitors or thought casts, it'd be much better. Which like thought monitor obviously is like the much better choice because it puts 3 power onto your board. Like if you're cracking baubles to find more baubles, you're not increasing your board. I mean, I guess technically you're like pseudo increasing the board because of like you might be drawing artifacts off the top. Oh yeah. Sorry. One. Thank you for the reminder. You're not because you're cracking a bauble. You crack a bauble to play a bauble, I guess. Oh, you do +1? But the Thopters were like irrelevant almost. You needed to because like you're not like that's not the strategy you want to be doing. You want to be like he's probably hoping for Thought Monitor. It can't be baubles because if you're playing baubles, you're not generating Thopters fast enough to be relevant. Right? Because the rhinos have trample, if you're using the Thopters to block, you should be blocking to kill the rhinos. Yeah, to grow the construct, I guess, but like I don't know. I would have rather not crack the bauble, make the construct so that it wouldn't die this turn, and force him to attack through that construct. Like, he obviously can't attack through it. It was a 5/5. Urza Saga for the Prince. Hey, that was Wave Boy's hand. Maybe I should play Fast X. If I play Fast X, I have more control over the camera. Force of Will pitching Shardless Agent to counter Chalice. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. Down comes Aether Spellbomb. Simian Spirit Guide off the top for Pakari. He can Cascade, right? He's gonna go for it. The question is, does Hootie have the counterspell? If he doesn't have the counterspell, does he have a blue source to bounce one of the rhinos? Tis the question. Down comes Violent Outburst, trigger Cascade. It's like Ancient Tomb is resolving, and there's a Thought Cast in Hootie's hand. So these rhinos get cast. The rhinos get +1/+0 until end of turn. Irrelevant at this point. Play one of the Ancient Tombs and pass. Draw for turn. It is a land. Brazen Bulwark, or sorry, Petty Theft online. Swing for 8. Prince goes down to 12. So this is a rough position. Hootie's only been playing lands for like the last couple turns. He has a couple. He has fighting constructs. So I think he's bouncing one of the constructs. I wonder if that's the case. I don't think he much cares for the Chalice. Okay. Just making sure that everyone's on the same page. Communication is key. Finds a Mox Opal. So this gives him the blue source for the Aether Spellbomb. And Metalcraft is online. Keck W. Can we get Ben Sevens in the chat? Was he what? Was who being what? Thanks, Wolver. Doing the bounce in response to Urza Saga dying? No, he was doing petty theft in response to the activation of creating another construct. Does that make a difference? Is there something I'm not seeing? This is a really rough situation. If you, because he, like we also don't know the contents of his hand, so we don't know if he can grow the constructs, and if he does, so he's opting to go for a Shadow Spear over an Opal. So Shadow Spear lets him block on par if he can equip it. So if he can block on par, trade with a Rhino, and he has a blue source, he can get rid of both. And then he just has to deal with a potential Brazen Borrower. So it's now a 4/4, right? 3 artifacts and a +1/+1. So Pakari draws, didn't get a chance to see it. So I'm being led to believe that the Clown Prince doesn't have a blue source in hand, which is why he might have been opting to get the opal. And I think there's a Thought Cast in his hand, and the Clown Prince loves casting Thought Cast. Like, absolutely loves it. And he draws, I think, a third Ancient Tomb. Yep. Swing in for 4. Goes up to 2. Draws, and it looks like that's game. Because he can no longer tap for mana. That is a lot of blue spells! And an island off the top. Okay. Forgot to lifelink? There was no lifelink because he took 4. He took 4 from the Rhino. So he blocked 1 Rhino, but then took 4 from the other Rhino. So it, equilibriumed. Yeah, he should take 0. Did he take 4? I'm not sure. He did? Oh shit, what did I do? Did he? So he's at 8. He's at 8, goes to 6. Passes turn. Oh, so he... Cause, oh, I see what you're saying. He goes to 2. No, he doesn't. They stay. It's just that he draws a third Ancient Tomb and then he just attacks. Yeah, yeah, okay. We're good. And he just draws dead in the water. Yeah, it's all good. Don't worry, don't worry. These guys know what they're doing. Unlike others. Oh, sorry. Was that me? Let's go to... No, that gameplay was pretty tight. That was some tight gameplay. So tight! Alright, let's go. Actually, there's only 1 hour left. Do you guys want to watch the finals, or do you guys want to watch round 3? Like, round 3 stuff. I can also say, like, what the matches are. So round 3 matches are Cradle Control versus Sneak and Show. And Belcher versus Reanimator, I think it is. So those are two matches, and then round 4 we also have Reanimator versus Cephalid Breakfast. Or there's the finals, which is Steel Stompy versus Just Sky Control. At least I think it's Just Sky Control. I'm pretty sure it is. Let me know what you guys want to see. Like, the thing is, you've seen me play already. We haven't seen the Just Sky Control player on for a while. And then we've already seen Wave Boy, but Wave Boy didn't see him. He didn't get to see himself play, so we can watch the combo versus combo matchup. And then there's also the Cradle Control versus Sneak and Show, which are 2 very interesting deck. Or one is super interesting. We've never seen it before. Not a very popular pick nowadays. Now since Initiative is gone. But then there's also, we never get to see Cephalid Breakfast either. Gonna do Cradle Control? We can do Cradle Control. Sounds good. Or breakfast. Who's the opponent? What would be more interesting? Do you want to watch like Cradle Control versus like a combo deck, or do you want to watch combo versus combo? Yeah. I need input. Even going 1, 2, 3, 4 helps. Go 1 to 4. Put in a number from 1 to 4. Ooh. Where's Ofer? I need Ofer here. I need Ofer! Ugh! You know what? Fuck it. Kick rocks, Nick! Go kick rocks! Kick rocks, kid. Alright, fuck it. We'll watch Cradle Control. And I'm gonna spoil it. I won the event. I'm king of the clowns. I beat Aaron in the finals. I think we can skip through this, right? Boop, 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 boop. I said spoilers! We're not watching the finals, so I said that I would spoil things. You were there! You have no right to be Madge. Madge. Alright, they're setting up, so... Let us skip-a-roo. Skip-a-roo. Ooh, I kind of like that playmat. It's a nice shade of purple. Oh, I like John's shorts! Yeah, well, you didn't speak up! So get wrecked, kid! Kick rocks! Wouldn't mind watching the finals somehow. Well, wouldn't you like to know? I think by next week, I should have the footage containing all of the matches, on the YouTube channel. So, I think on Monday, this right here, or I guess you can't see my mouse, but the YouTube thing shouldn't be blank by Monday. Hopefully. Those are my plans. And then... Gorehound versus Joker? Who's Joker? The Prince? Cloud Prince? That was round 1, man. You can watch it on the YouTube. I think I'll title these ones different. These ones will be titled like Clown Town Showdown. Man, this Vornklex mat is sweet. Wait! John's not using white sleeves! John always uses white sleeves. Alright. Turn 1, Once Upon a Time. Busted card. Finds Allosaurus Shepherd. So this is like an Elves variant, but instead of going combo, it kind of uses Fiend Artisan as a pseudo birthing pod to find utility creatures. Oh, oh god. Okay, alright. So, I was not prepared to do this. But, we'll use the match score. I hope I follow this correctly. I actually have to be diligent now. Oh, there's light to counter! Oh, thank God! Thank goodness. I was so nervous. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna be able to count. So, Scroll Rock off the top. Flooded Strand. Probably fetching for a Volcanic Island, right? I think the deck is primarily red-blue. Good old sneak and show. Whoa! Is that a beta Volcanic Island? Or is it an alpha? It can't be alpha, because I think alpha is like extremely rounded corners. Like pudgy rounded corners. What's up, Pokari? Man, everyone is joining the stream right after we watched their matches. I think this is planned. How's your night going? No, man, it's not from across the pond. You got it here through the Orient Express. Rhino are... They're not rhinos, they're horses. They're the mythical hippopotami class. Alright. John draws return. Looks like it is a Crater Hoof. I think it's a Crater Hoof. Down comes the Allosaur Shepherd. So there's a Dryad Arbor in his hand. You weren't on feature last night? You were. We just watched Crashing Footfalls versus 8cast. It was the match we just watched. That we just finished. Are you going to be going to ETB this week? Or are you playing Zelda? Tap 2 for Scroll Rack. Is this like cheeky tech? Or are decks actually playing this because of the Vesuvian Drifter? I thought that Sneak and Show wouldn't be running enough threats to be playing something like Scroll Rack. But I guess you can ditch like other cards too and then shuffle it away. Trying it out, but it got cut after this. Yeah. Makes sense. I don't think it's very strong in Legacy. Especially because it gets shut down by Null Rod. And Collector, oof. The card in John's hand. So that is a Dryad Arbor, the card that has like a lot of... Oh no. Oh no. Don't you hate it when the store can't accommodate your requests? It's a 1919. We're going back to scuffed recording. So John just cracked. Goes down to 18. I think he finds another Dryad Arbor. Just 18. Wait, what makes it more expensive? Oh, is it because you need Trops? Hey, if you try green in your deck, I'll try green in my Steel Stompy deck. So, I'm curious. The only way for him to generate enough mana is to Gaia's Cradle, right? I guess that's what the Reclaimer is for. Alright, go to combat. Look at the top. No reveal. Passes a turn. So there is the Crater Hoof in hand. Man, stuck on one land, eh? I mean, I guess technically you have the Dryad Arbors as well. It's fun. It's a pretty solid deck. The Thorns definitely give you some like it can make like the combo matchups feel, as long as you can go first, it feels like a game. Like winnable. But other than that, if they go first, it's like can't do much. So if he goes tap 2, sacrifice 1, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can only generate 5 mana if he fetches for a Gaia's Cradle. I tried running an Ozolith. Yes, I tried running an Ozolith once. It's not hardened scales enough. Like you don't manipulate counters. Like I think the animation module would be a much better choice. Like I think looking back now, in a non Jeskai control meta, I think I would run animation module as a one of over my hangerback walker. Like I have the hangerback walker in case of a board wipe, then I can still like recover from it. But other than that, like I think Ozolith is like very bad. It is a do nothing on draw. It's a do nothing on play, and you like very rarely ever want to search it. It wasn't a crack, it was a Green Sun Zenith. What? Especially when like if you look at the numbers of my deck, it's like it's almost like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. It's like 3 Steel Overseer, 3 Arcbound Ravager. There's only 2 Walking Ballistas. There's 1 Hangerback Walker, and like the only 4 ofs are like Thorn of Amethyst and like Chalice and Patchwork Colossus. Like even Mox Opals and Lotus Petals, there are only 3 ofs. Yeah, it's such a weird deck. Oh no, my SSD fell. The painter's tape wasn't strong enough. There's a Verdant Catacombs. Down comes Fiend Artisan. I'm very curious as to why he Elvish Reclaimer this turn. I guess. Yeah, I don't think he needed to do it on his own turn. He could have just played Fetch. He could have just played the Fiend Artisan and then passed. I guess I don't know. Doesn't really matter. The Vault Scourge doing work? Sometimes. A lot of the time, like yesterday, like during the event yesterday, it did so much work. It literally won me the game, like for Dave, like against Dave. But like, a lot of the times you find awkward, like, you find it's really awkward when you have to pay 4 life to play a Vault Scourge. Reclaimer enters tapped. Yeah, and he fetched the guy's Cradle. So, it doesn't change anything. He still would have had 2 untapped Dryad Arbors. Oh, yeah. Well, he could end. He could do it at the end of Ristov's term. Is what I mean. It's probably like an inconsequential thing, but you're tapping out and showing that you're ready to do nothing. It could be bait. He could have like a free counter spell or something. You never know. Man, this drifter not flipping, eh? Oh man. So wait, he didn't ponder before going to combat? I took 1 HP off John. Should I be taking 1 HP off of him? Hey, I agree. Worldly Tutor goaded. Worldly Tutor's sick. Took 1 HP off John thinking it was a fetch for Dryad Herber. Isn't that what he did though? He has 2 fetch lands in the graveyard. Child's players. It just sounds like you need to play main board Brazen Bull Warriors. There's the Atraxa. It has Vigilance. Yeah. How come he's not using Scroll Rack? There's a Collector Oof. How big is Atraxa? Is it 8 or is it 7? I think it's a 7/7, right? I think he goes to 11. And then this should be, what? 24 or 25? Is this right? So John cracks a fetch. Goes down to 10. I hope I did that math right. Whoa! He's running both, like, hierarchs? Is that enough? Hoof? Yeah. Hoof, hoof, hoof. Wait, why does John hate this deck? It looks so good. I was doing Cradle math when I said that. I was saying he couldn't use it this turn. I'm a bit late. I'm a bit late. Cradle Control runs a lot of mana dorks. Indeed it does. But I didn't think it would play, like... Does it play 4 of each? That'd be pretty crazy. Man, the Collector Roof is in the main? Oh, I guess because you can... It's like a Dark Maverick list. This is Black Maverick. Oh, true. You need fuel for Fiend Artisan. You're right. Wow, Minsk and Boo, so good. I don't know what you cut here. This is why I don't play, like, combo decks. I have no idea what to cut. Oh, I think you definitely cut the crop rotations, right? Against the Force of Will deck? I guess it depends on how many crop rotations you're playing. You definitely want to keep the Beseiju, right? Wish Boo was not legendary. What's wrong with you? It's already busted. I guess not like busted, but it's so good. It's like super good. I'm shocked that it comes back every turn. This 4 mana makes a 4 mana 4/4 trample haster every turn. Oh. Excuse me. Make it Caracas proof? What the? Bro! Should give it hex proof at that point. Give it flying trample hex proof. Flample hex? Flample proof? Alright, I'm skipping through this. Oh god, they were pile shuffling. Look at Questing Beast. Yeah, but Questing Beast doesn't, like, make a copy of himself every... You know, that's a pretty solid argument. However, Questing Beast doesn't have the ability to, like, become a 7/7 and then a 11/11 or a 9/9. Just brew it. Minsk and Sneak and Show with Worldly Tutor. Minsk and Sneak and Show with Worldly Tutor. What does that do? Isn't that just building the deck that Pakari wants and then adding Minsk and Poo? Just because you have access to red and green? Is that the reasoning? No. A hot brew is Jund Planeswalkers. That was a hot brew. That was actually really close to the red-green initiative list, eh? I played 4 Elvish Reclaimers, 4... No, not Elvish Reclaimers. I played 4 Elvish Spirit Guides, 4 Simian Spirit Guides, 4 Chrome Mox, and 3 Lotus Petals. That was my fast mana package to play to guarantee a 4-drop Planeswalker on turn 1 to 2. Seems like a bad idea, right? But I don't know, who knows? Could probably make it work. Alright, this is taking long. Whoa, that's an opposition agent. Ooh. Oh, but you have Once Upon a Time, so it's Natural Order, Thoughtseize, Forest, Cradle, Opposition Agent, Once Upon a Time, and Reclaimer. Well, this is pretty good. Oh, I probably would have ditched the Thoughtseize. Actually, no, Natural Order doesn't really do anything, though. Oh, he's on the play? Yeah. Flashing Once Upon a Time. What do we get to see? Oh, that does... He does not look happy about that. Did John forget to draw? No, this is at the end of Herstav's turn. I'm assuming. I'm assuming that this is the end of Herstav's turn. I'm not sure. Ooh, the black source is a Bajuka Bog. Probably to give him, like... Yeah, I don't know why. If he wanted to try and get a black source, he should have just drew the card for a turn and then he digs one deeper with more information. Oh, is that Show and Tell? Oh, Vesuvian Drifter. Still didn't flip. Wow. Oh, that's another guy's Cradle. Topping. Oh, now he has the block source. There's a Thoughtseize. Show us what you got. John's at 18 now, right? After the Thoughtseize. Emrakul, double sneak attack. Woo. Alright. Pick off the threat, so now the sneak attacks don't do much. Ugh. Deck has 9 threats. Yes, but it has 8 cantrips as well that stack the top of the deck. Wait. Oh, he can do it at the beginning of every combat. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, it became Gristlebrand! What? He gets to pay 7 life to draw 7 cards! Oh god, this card did not need to be made. Why does it trigger on both combats? What the? That's messed up. That's so messed up. My god. Should have attacked first. To be fair, the comment should really be made about Gristle Daddy. Yeah, but we already know Gristle Daddy. The thing is, he has no way of putting Gristle Daddy into play until now. So him getting an extra draw 7 is like super good. Especially for only 3 mana. So down comes Sneak Attack. Talking about cards on the only mistake about Gristlebrand is the fact that he's 8 mana. Everything else is fine. He's a super fun card to play. The Shapeshifter is busted. That card needs to be banned. No, okay, sorry. It doesn't need to be banned. It needs to be unmade. I guess it breathes like new life into like Sneak and Show. Okay, so swings down to 11. This off goes to 27. Oh wait. Did I? Maybe he's at 20. Did I forget to the pay 7? Maybe he's at 20. Okay, now he's at 18. Okay, I think I made a mistake there. Hopefully the life totals are correct. The surgicals, Thoughtseize. Do we know what's in Christoph's hand? I'm not. I don't think so. So tap for 2 mana. That's 3 mana. Ooh. Wait, is this Gristlebrand not dead? Should it not be sacrificed? We know about one sneak attack. Okay. It's kind of sketch. All right, cool. We We tightened it up a little bit. Tighten the screws. We ain't hanging loose like a couple of other guys. Wow, Atraxa. You're talking about my camera, right? I can't say the same about this week as last week because of this huge glare spot. Okay, so Atraxa and Volcanic Island, Brainstorm, Ponder, Sneak Attack. So he picks up a second red source for the Sneak Attack. Man, Atraxa is so good in this deck. Is there another fatty? Is there like an Emrakul or something? Can you check at any point, or does he have to go to combat first? What does the Vesuvian Drifter say? Can you check at any time? That's what it's called, right? Vesuvian Drifter. Oh, you can look at your... Oh. Man! This card's whack! It should have been Delver, but at the beginning of combat. I didn't know you could look at it at any time. This card's so busted. Well, not busted, but so good. It's so good. Yeah, I'll be going this Sunday. Missed last week, so going this week. I'll also need footage. That's like my primary reason of going now. Is like I don't even. Is the enjoyment of playing still there? I have no idea. I was on autopilot last night. I go because now I'm a content monster. Tis who I am now. Injected into my veins. Through my eyeballs. Wait, he fetched. Did I change his life total? Oh my god, I can't keep track anymore. That looks like a 6. We're going to 16. Oh wait, no. Pays 2. Goes to 15. Oof. Opposition agent into Omniscience. Alright. Cast. Take an extra turn. So it's 1-1. Skill games. Indeed. Let's get through this a bit. Alright. I know there's no match counter, but it's 1-1. So there's a Snuff Out, a Grist, Bayou, Gaia's Cradle, Once Upon a Time, Dryad Arbor, Windswept Heath. It's kind of slow. I'm not like I don't play elves for a reason. I don't know what good hands are. Apparently, dumping your hand full of elves and being able to generate a lot of mana isn't good enough. You still need a way to kill. Who knew? But this is a completely different monster too. Does he play Dryad Arbor? Interesting. So just a forest. Elves just loses like 9 to 10 this 90 to 10 this matchup. This matchup for sure, right? Because it can't go fast enough. Like if they turn one show and tell, it's like they can't do anything, right? But I would imagine that like the fiend artisan like or this version of the deck has like a little bit better games because it has utility creatures and stuff instead of like just being like mana dorks. So it looks like a top and a bottom for the preordain. Can Snuff Out destroy black creatures? It has to be non-black, right? I guess the Snuff Out is for the Vesuvian Drifters. There's a show and tell. I assume it would just put in like what Dryad Arbor. I guess you could put in the Gaias. Wait, is it a creature in the hand? It's a creature everywhere but on the battlefield, right? Oops. Ooh, that's cool. Oh, this is this is worrying. There's another show and tell. Yeah, that's game. And we're backing it up. All right. So Christoph takes it 2-1. And that's like right on time. Very cool, very cool. Okay, so just a few things. So Sunday we're gonna be doing ETB. Monday I should have the YouTube channel up and running. I hope. Um, if not, it'll be hopefully by the Wednesday. I'll do my best. Um, I am considering on moving from Twitch to YouTube. Their changes don't really affect me, but if this is the path we're gonna keep going down, I'd rather cut my losses short, pay the $25, and get out of this affiliate contract, and just move to YouTube. It's also much easier. No, it would be live. Like I would still stream, and then I would have like additional like the additional videos and stuff. But we'll see. The changes don't really affect me in terms of Twitch. Well, the recent changes at least. So another thing is like if I wanted to upload the entire VODs, I have to wait 24 hours to upload it, which is fine. But if I stream straight on YouTube Live, it automatically uploads the VOD to the channel. Another thing is like I can stream directly to one of the two channels. I don't know. It's not like a pressing matter. So it's just something that I thought I would share that I'm considering. But yeah. Thanks for joining. I know you guys caught like the latter half and you guys just missed each of your matches. But yeah, thanks for stopping by. I've heard good things about YouTube Live. Like, I've been using Twitch for so long that YouTube, like, watching YouTube Live is very jarring. It's different. And I've never, like, the only time I've ever streamed onto YouTube Live is before I hit affiliate and I could dual stream. So I streamed to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I think I only did that like a couple times. But yeah. I don't know. We'll see what happens. You can rewind? I mean, yeah. Wait, can't you do that on Twitch? You can't do that on Twitch? I guess that's true. Anytime I wanted to like rewind something, I've always had to start a clip and then use that as like a rewind. Wow, that sucks. Okay, maybe I'll look into switching it to YouTube. We'll see. Anyway, that's a problem for another day. I will see you guys on Sunday. And yeah, hopefully we'll get the at least VODs. Not VODs, but like the previous streams that we've done. We'll get the previous matches and additional matches up onto the website, and then I'm still writing scripts for YouTube Shorts. So yes, more content to come, I guess.